talk about someone else, but the most important one is Beneil Dariush versus Charles Oliveira. And
Yeah.
wanted to get your look at that. How do you think that fight goes down just off the top of your mind? What does your mental algorithm see it look like?
Well, I just look at it. The takedown way is not going to happen because Del Rush is not going to be taken down by Oliveira. You know, he's just not. It's just not. And then as far as the Benil taking him down, I don't know if that's going to happen either because if they both go to the ground, it's because they're both wanting to go there. But if one doesn't want to go, I don't know how the other one's going to put him there because they're both not wrestlers, but they're both counter wrestlers. I would think that Benil, if he wants to take it to the ground, he's the one that could take it to the ground easier. I think Benil would be the harder of the two to be taken down because Oliveira doesn't care if he's on the ground. Benil may care. He may not want to be on the ground, but he's great at defending. He's really, really good. As you can see from his last fight, he fought a great fight. And Benil's the guy I choose to win the fight, but I don't know because he's fighting Oliveira. I mean, that's one of the greatest, lightweights of all time. So I don't know. I could definitely
people forget quickly after a loss how good he was rolling up until he ran into Islam. I mean,
was or is? Smoking. I think he still.
I say was. I mean, how he was in that state, he's still that way. It's just what it looks like.
Yeah, just with Islam, it didn't work out for him. But he still is as great as
he's still that guy. He's still that guy that was
still
smoking.
Guy, still that everybody. But because remember, the only difference was Islam took him down, kept him down. Everybody else that dropped Oliveira, he got up and whooped their ass. He just didn't get up from Islam because Islam wasn't afraid to go to the ground with him. And that's where Benil, the same thing. Benil drops him, he's going to do the same thing. He's going to jump on top of him because guess what? He's not afraid to go to the ground with him either. So Benil can take him to the ground, and he can finish him on the ground also, just the same. So you cannot tell me Benil can't do that. I know he can do that, but Oliveira's, in all fairness, can finish you on the stand-up and on the ground. So he's dangerous everywhere. So let's see. I heard a mock thing where the fight wasn't happening, but I think it was someone just pulled a prank. That Oliveira's pulled out, meaning joke, I think. I'm pretty sure it's a joke.
I don't think he would. Oliveira's is a bad man. I mean, I like his style too. I like both of these guys. And both of them make a worthy opponent, again for Islam. But I'll say, when I remember watching Charles get out there with his dark glasses on, he looks like a friggin' hitman. Like he's there to do a job. You know what I'm saying? When you see him like in those embedded shows, was the week of the fight kind of thing, I was like,
yeah,
he looks like a badass, like an undercover, kind of subtle, not like a blatant in your face, tattoos all over his face kind of guy. He just looks like he get an edge.
Yeah,
I think Benil is very strong, very hardy, and has true belief in his skills and doesn't doubt that he could win at all. And I think it's on Oliveira's to get back in the winning column. It's on him. What do you think the stand-up looks like between these two guys?
Very good. Very good. Both good kickers, both good punchers. Oliveira's got better knees, a little longer range, it looks very good on the stand-up for both of them. Oliveira's has the weaker chin. Obviously, he's been dropped quite a few times, but he recovers. So his recovery is really well. He gets dropped, but he recovers. The problem is if he gets dropped by Benil will go to the ground with him just like Islam did. And can he recover on the ground? He didn't do it against Islam. So it's possible if Benil gets him down, he won't recover either.
Yeah, that's true. I think like the way I look at it from the outsider fan perspective, it looks to me like Oliveira's has the flashier tools and the, that's his stand-up. It looks cool and dynamic and all that.
Yeah.
And it's real fast. Yeah. And then it looks like the power, but he's also got power behind it. It just doesn't look like it's power until it knocks a guy out. And Benil, he looks like he's all power, but measured and good defensive situation. He doesn't open himself up to get smoked.
He's very good, man. Benil's very good everywhere. Everybody keeps, ignoring this guy, and they shouldn't be ignoring this guy. This guy's a badass, man. He's got a great record. I want him to win because I just feel he deserves it. And Charles, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if we'll get Charles, even if he does win, because it's all based on what the UFC looks at the algorithm of who's going to get the most money for. And Charles winning is not going to be enough. I think it's going to be Gagey or Dustin that'll get the shot. If Beneil doesn't win, Beneil wins, he gets the shot. But I want Beneil only because he's a great challenge and he deserves it. And but if Charles wins, then hey, good for him too. And then Charles will probably have to fight one more time, or who knows? Maybe Charles does a great promo. Does a great promo, and the UFC gives him the shot. I don't have a crystal ball. So it's not like, oh, I know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. I just know what I would like to happen.